Yeah, look, this arm. Could have sworn I practiced that right. This one. Ruthless. Ruthless aggression tonight. As it often is. That art right there is the new art from Garruk's Uprising with the enchanting tales that we got in the Wilds of Eldraine. Various enchantments that kind of fit the theme with that set, the extra bonus sheet as it was. And yeah, it's been pretty darn ruthless. Popping into Diamond quite fantastically tonight. Or today, I should say. Whew. I mean, that is pretty lovely, scary, and ruthless art. Rodrigo, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Everybody else watching right now, later on, whenever it is. Hopefully you're doing good. Let me get myself resized. Oh, okay. Uncover the like there. All right. That feels pretty good. Ooh, oh, wow, look at that. Just perfect, right underneath Huntmaster there. I must say, this is a lovely, lovely thing. If any of you guys are streaming, try to do something like that. Get a screen capture of the game, whatever game it is. It doesn't have to be Arena, but just get a screen capture and then you can plan everything around it. You know how it's going to look when it's live, that sort of thing. So I know all the time that my head is not going to be blocking usually the power and toughness of creatures there, and it just really helps quite a bit. Okay, Garruk's Uprising. There it is. Thumbs up. Yeah. I don't know if this is the absolute best thing, but it's one of the best, it seems. Draw a bunch of stuff. Check. Creatures you control have trample. Check. You might not think that's needed as much. There's so many that already have trample. Carnage Tyrant. Tranix Rex. Big. Galta Stampede Tyrant. Also big. And one copy of Galta Primal Hunger, which I do want to increase maybe those copies a little bit. Maybe up to 2 or 3. Because that's also a very nice thing. If we're not quite at 8 mana. Oftentimes we are, but let's say we're not. Maybe I've played 2 Wayward Swordtooths. I'm still stuck at 3 lands. Oh, I have 2 of these out. That is 10 power. Reducing Galta to 2. Playing that with 3 lands would be a pretty good worst case scenario. Chances are it gets killed, but hey, that's always been a lovely thing indeed. So we'll see, maybe up it a bit. But Garruk's Uprising, trample on everything. Wayward Swordtooth, pretty much everything in the deck is a permanent. And keep in mind again, extra good synergy with Planie's Hatcher. This is 3 permanents in 1, and so if you like the possibility of this, definitely consider Wayward Swordtooth in Explorer, Pioneer. This of course is not standard, but I will go back to standard at some point. I just love maintaining the full potential of a dinosaur deck. Going into Pioneer or Explorer, we're getting so close to Pioneer on Arena here, folks. That is very, very good. Yeah. Starting off at the beginning though, Sylvan Scrying, not Sylvan Awakening, not Forgotten Monument. No, that's the thing. I don't do a whole lot on turn 2. Maybe I have 2 lands and Sylvan Scrying. I use this to get the 3rd one. Maybe one of those 2 lands that I have is a Castle Garenbrig or a Sunken Citadel. Let's say it's Sunken Citadel and a forest. Darn. Sunken Citadel to start, I choose green. Forest on turn 2. Sylvan Scrying to grab Castle Garenbrig to make sure I almost have a lot of mana. Just to see it that much easier. Maybe Wayward Swordtooth, we play a forest land, an extra one. On who knows when. But it does the trick. It does the trick. Say I've played a land already, Sylvan Scrying, I grab another land. I'm able to play that with Wayward Swordtooth there, but just because some lands are so incredibly key, either seeing the Sunken Citadel or the Castle Garenbrig, whichever one I don't have, really want to see it. And of course, if I need counterspell protection, if the opponent has played an island, something blue, if I do suspect that's a possibility, I could certainly grab Sylvan Scrying on turn 2, have Cavern of Souls ready to go on turn 3 to protect Wayward, to play a 4th land that I have in my hand. Then after that, maybe it's just all downhill, hopefully. But definitely, I must admit, it's lovely stuff in Tron, in Modern. Some of you guys know that deck. Usually it's only found at that. Also in Lotus Field, a little bit. Sometimes in Lotus Field to search for that. Yeah, but I must say, if there's a certain pairing, the Castle Garenbrig, the Sunken Citadel, that really has made Sylvan Scrying feel extra good. It's not like I get ahead by 1. I get ahead by 2. If I see Sunken and Castle and I make 6 green with 4 lands, 2 forests and a Sunken, there you go, that's 4 for this. Boom. Oh. I'm not actually ramping because it's not put on the battlefield, but I am actually ramping because I've got that pairing. The perfect pairing, the match made in heaven. But Garruk's Uprising, back to that. Any creature we have enter, any non-token creature, we draw a card because Wayward Swordtooth and up. Everything at least has that 4 power. So it makes pretty good sense. As we play a few things, maybe we don't have Galta's Stampede Tyrant, but we play a Wayward, we play a Hulking Raptor on turn 4. After playing Garruk's on turn 3, draw a card from that. Lovely stuff. Regisaur, Palani's Hatcher. Everything that I have enter on a big Galta Stampede Tyrant turn. Let's say 3 creatures. Maybe it's just 2. Galta plus a Hulking Raptor and a Regisaur Alpha. I draw 3 cards from that. That's pretty good. Then I refill, get some more gas. If the opponent has a sweeper, chances are they're dead. But I know I should be able to recover quite nicely with this. It's kind of like a better Great Henge in a sense. If all the non-token creatures that enter my battlefield draw me a card, the Great Henge creatures, non-token creatures that enter the battlefield, you draw a card, no matter what size. So it's effectively the same there. And the trample is, I don't care too much about the ramping from the Great Henge because I have so much already. Certainly Wayward Swordtooth. That's pretty easy to reduce the Great Henge to 4, and I probably could just add a single copy somewhere in the mixture here. That would be good to see it whenever we do see it, but hey, we'll leave it there for now. Other than that, everything is basically the same. Just Sylvan Scrying increase the consistency of seeing the pairing that I'm looking for. Tranquil Frillback, well, graveyard stuff, check. Is it Phoenix? It is not a problem. Artifact, enchantment, destruction as always. My graveyard, artifact, and enchantment hate cannot be countered because it's a dinosaur, Cavern of Souls, naming dinosaur, you gotta love it. And speaking of more graveyard hate, Pit of Offerings, which I might switch out. I'm pretty sure Scavenger Grounds is going to be enough, but we'll get to this. It enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, exile 3 cards from graveyards. There you go. Maybe I exile 2 Phoenixes, or with Greasefang I exile Parhelion, and then something that's green or red from my graveyard. Hopefully, at least I exile a green or a red card, just so it doesn't mess me up too much. I don't want to hurt the consistency, but just having some pretty good graveyard hate, especially when it is like one specific thing in a graveyard with Phoenix. If they've got 2 this lands, exiling both of them, they can't counter a land. They just can't stop it. That's very nice indeed. But we'll go back to Scavenger Grounds. We'll skip over Blast Zone there. That's got to be good enough. Sylvan Scrying, game 2. If we're against Phoenix or something else with the graveyard, this could grab Scavenger Grounds, boom. We play it on turn 3, and we pop it right away with Sunken Citadel. Tapping for 2 mana, Scavenger Grounds pops itself, or just wait. Wait until they do something, and something's about to come out of the graveyard with whatever trigger on the stack. It's gone, out of there. You can't counter a land, and they probably can't destroy it either, so... And we can access this at instant speed. That's where it's at. Oh, pack a punch like nothing else. We gotta have enough graveyard hate. We could have Weathered Runestone, maybe. That's an artifact, too, for permanents and spells. They can't cast spells from... Well, I shouldn't... I'll type it in. We'll get started in a second here, but... Oh, I typed Weathered in right. I never type it in right the first time, but... It's like a Grafdigger's Cage. It is slightly better than Grafdigger's, because it does stop more stuff from entering the battlefield. 1 or 2, maybe it depends if you have a lot of stuff for 2 already. You might prefer Grafdigger's Cage costing 1, but usually a graveyard or a cheating type deck isn't going to do their thing on turn 2. So as long as this lands turn 2, shut them down. But non-land permanents in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. That's pretty good, but that deck oftentimes has, well, a few things. A few ways to destroy artifacts. That's not sticking around. They might have it in the sideboard, maybe a little bit in the main. They bring it all in. They're gonna get rid of this. Can't get rid of a land, so there you go. And this isn't getting me an extra mana, just 1 closer. Maybe going with Castle Garenbrig. If I don't need to pop that Scavenger Grounds, I can use that mana for its ability. Make 6 green and be extra mean to the opponent. Ooh, Blast Zone. We'll see. I'm still deciding what my favorite kind of sweeper-ish thing is. Blast Zone certainly does it. Again, a land. You can't interrupt it. Usually, you can't really protect from it because it is a colorless source. If you have protection from a specific color, it doesn't matter. You're still dead. And Sunken Citadel as well. Just the lands that have activated abilities that cost mana. Like I'm trying out Restless Ridgeline again, and that has been feeling quite nice, I must admit. Oh, yeah. Lands with activated abilities that cost mana. Try it out with Sunken Citadel. But I say we jump into it. Starting out in Diamond 3. Almost said Diamond 2, but Diamond 3 tonight. Lovely, lovely. Hopefully all goes well. I think I said it in the description, and... Was that one? That was the right one? No, not that one. Got a bunch of variations, slight tweaks. That's the one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here goes nothing. But, yeah, I think I mentioned it a couple times in various places. I faced off against Mardu, or it might have been Rakdos. Rakdos, Worldspine Wurm, Creativity combo. Getting Xenagos, God of Revels, Worldspine Wurm, the only 2 creatures in the library. And then it makes Worldspine Wurm 30/30, trample, haste, you're dead. But you could have so much toughness and power, but just overall toughness. I just chumped. I absorbed and tanked enough damage. I went down to 6 after being attacked with a 30/30, and I had just another creature, and then I played enough that I killed him. I don't care about a 30/30 Worldspine Wurm. I just take some damage, and yeah. Or I have so much power that I combine it all and I take out the Worldspine Wurm. That is like... It's pretty cool when you can just... well, it's not often that happens, but this hand, lovely. Like I was saying, I could have a Forest and Sunken Citadel. Sylvan Scrying to grab that Castle Garenbrig. Castle Garenbrig, because Well, there's lots of big scary dinos. Oh! Well, I don't think they're... Well, they're probably going to be countering that. It gotta be. Gotta be a counter. So hopefully the land that I draw next turn is going to enter untapped. The sensor is good. We got Carnage Tyrant, we got Cavern of Souls, and that's too bad. Wayward Swordtooth might have been countered anyways. Hopefully they... Well, speaking of Cavern of Souls, let's get her done. Have some fun. And watch them cry as maybe they die. Hey, you're not stopping that, buddy. Good luck. Field of Ruin. Probably Cavern of Souls, I would think. Yeah. That's alright. We got some lovely, well, another forest. I should up the number of forests. I went down a bit because I don't have anything that is grabbing a basic land out of my library. That's why I'm at 2. There is no more, so hopefully there is no more Field of Ruins, because, yeah, I won't have any basic lands to replace it. That's tough stuff. Castle Garenbrig next turn. At the moment, if we get Castle Garenbrig, we could make 8 mana. 4 in total from the 2 Sunkens, the 2... Oh, okay. Gotta have a counter spell. I'm gonna go with Sylvan Scrying. I'm almost certain they're gonna counter this. They have to. They know it's good for them. Do it. You do it. Do it. If they don't, we get Castle Garenbrig. Oh, they don't. Oh my goodness, folks, 3 lands, 6 green. That's mean. You goofed up. Sweep me next turn. That's alright. Oh. Have a price, yes. Yes, Rodriguez. You gotta say, 3 lands, 6 mana, pretty darn efficient. But that was also lovely. I talked about Sylvan Scrying, finding the other piece, the Sunken or the Castle. Wow, that's nice. I definitely want Garruk's Uprising, which I can get. There you go. We got the 6 there. I'm left with 3. Exactly. Gonna be drawing stuff. They're tapped out. This is extra good. Draw more things. Get more goodies. Hopefully get another Cavern of Souls, I must say. I gotta be at least a little bit worried. They gotta have removal every single turn. Something painful. This would be good. I mean, it's extra nice. We'll use the... no, we can't use the red from Sunken Citadel. There we go. Oh, look at all of this mana. My, oh my. I'll try for Hulking Raptor. We'll see what draws out the counter spell that they have. They gotta have something. They'll stop it eventually here. Ghalta Primal Hunger. Oh, if they were tapped out, they'd be dead. Castle Garenbrig. Can I make 6 green? I can make 6 green, can't I? Huh. 8. Okay. Interesting. Wow. I'm going to try for that Hulking Raptor. I would imagine they sweep me next turn. Wandering Emperor doesn't do anything. Oh, well, they can have an extra 2. Just enough to exile it. Okay, we'll see what happens. Settle the Wreckage could be a possibility. There are a lot of painful things that could be about to happen. Seems pretty good. We got lots of power on the boat. Oh, sensor. Interesting. Huh. That's very interesting because they could have countered Ghalta. The mana that I had left was only from Castle Garenbrig. I couldn't have used it to pay the extra 1, I believe. Farewell for their chances. Oh!
Ruthless aggression.
You have no power here.
Gotcha, buddy. Ooh, oh, man. That's good. That's pretty good. Absolute picture perfect way to start the night. But that's the great thing. I play just enough. If they don't sweep, they die. If they do sweep, they die. They're in a no-win situation a lot of times. Play just enough. You got a hulking raptor and a carnage tyrant. Ooh, that's pretty scary. Farewell. Huh. Yeah. What you gonna do? Hold back a couple big things, have a couple big things out. Everything is big, everything is scary. Chances are you're gonna have that sort of situation most of the time. You don't have little dinky things. Not that those dinky things are not good. I used them for 4 years, and I will in the future, but I just have to put this specific variation through its paces. And well, okay. Whew. There we go. What do I want to do? Nothing much. We'll get them. Sweepers? Nah. Counter spells? Nah. Well, I'm not keeping that hand. It is scary. Scary for me. Oh, that is beautiful. There's no Cavern of Souls. Carnage Tyrant. We'll send the costliest thing to the bottom just to play it safe. Start off with Restless Ridgeline there. Garruk's Uprising. Pretty good. Pretty good. They gotta be a little bit shook after that. 1 turn. Dead. Could have played 1 dinosaur, or I could just play everything. Everything. Ooh. That was ruthless aggression. That certainly lives up to the... Oh, alright, well, they don't have Field of Ruin, and we're about to ruin them. That is a lot of mana. My, oh my. I'll go with Castle Garenbrig, just in case they have a sensor. I don't want them to counter that. I can't actually make 5 mana for the creatures that I have because, well, red. Castle Garenbrig would have made just 6 green and that wouldn't have worked, but also I can just make this and they can't counter it, they can't target it. Maybe they sweep next turn, but then they're tapped out for all the hasty. Keep hitting them again and again and again. 5 lands, 7 mana. Who needs a thing for 2? Yeah, that's pretty big headache for you. Watch out. Pretty legit. Maybe I wouldn't have seen a castle or a sunken. Sylvan Scrying would have made sure I'd see that piece when I needed it. Love it. Oh, they got a 1/1. Save themselves, taking a bit of damage. Cycle it to search for the sweeper. Something like that. Do it. Pretty much every scenario they're tapping out here. Drainix Rex is good. That's the ticket. Yeah, we'll just attack. We'll see what they do. We don't need to play anything else at the moment. it probably would get countered anyways. I'll probably go Sylvan Scrying at the end, see what they've done. I could have made Restless Ridgeline a creature, but it doesn't make sense to do that. If we don't have to play anything, let's not. Just keep hitting them. We got all these goodies ready and waiting for whenever, if they do something. Oh boy. Dovin's Veto. Oh, that's okay. We got what we need. We know what we gotta do. Eventually. Oh, hey, it's good. It's mostly hexproof. I love it. They know what could happen. They know what happened the previous game. Galta Stampede Tyrant 1 hit. What do they do? Sweep and die, or don't sweep and die? Yeah, we can still make Restless Ridgeline a creature if they counter this. They might have just enough to stop T-Rex, but not enough to counter Sylvan Scrying there. I'm mostly looking for Cavern of Souls to prepare to get the other stuff down. Let's make them squirm. An extra bit. That's pretty cool. Whew. Do we get him? Okay. Make him spend mana. Oh, Soul Partition for 6. I don't care about that. That's not even so bad. Trainix Rex is 9, and I can make 9. I can make 9. Decent. Soul Partition did nothing. That's pretty funny. What you gonna do? This feels dirty. It's good stuff though. Great way to start. Whew. I wish I could face Azorius Control every match, but that is certainly not the case.
What in the hell just happened? How did he do that?
There we go. Yes. What just happened? Not even a chance. Not even close. You wouldn't think, if you're new here, you wouldn't think Dinosaurs can do so good against regular Azorius Control. Not so much Lotus Field. I don't like Lotus Field. That's painful, pesky, but if it's regular Azorius Control, it was pretty good before. It just seems even better. Oh, that Sylvan Scrying multiple times. Grab it. They can't afford to counter the Sylvan Scrying because then they wouldn't have enough to do something to the big thing that's going to land. But if they don't counter Sylvan Scrying, then they get Cavern of Souls to protect Plenty's Hatcher or Regisaur Alpha. Now it can't be countered. Can only be targeted. Any number of avenues and ways, I'm just going to get them. You're not waiting for one thing. You just keep smacking them again and again and again. It's not this one spell. Galta Stampede Tyrant does the trick, but if you don't see it, it's still lovely stuff. Hasty aggression, all these big bodies, but if you do see it, you probably just get them dead right there. Ooh. All right. don't think I'm going to top that one. Brings me back to a couple months ago, though. I had one night where I faced Azorius Control back-to-back at the end of the stream. Actually, I should look that up. I'll try and find that. That was pretty cool. It delayed it. It delayed it. It made Tranix Rex cost 9, and I still had one left over. I could have made 10 mana. I drew that Castle Garenbrig. Make me pay extra. That's okay. I have so much mana, it doesn't matter. Do I like this? We know we'll have 3 with Sylvan Scrying. Plus 3 chances to see the 4th land by turn 4 for Hulking Raptor. I'm going to give it a go. I want to risk it. I like seeing Cavern of Souls if it is something that has counter spells. Something that has counter spells, well, there you go. Now they know what we're all about, but hey. Castle Garenbrig, we got part of the pieces. Next turn or the turn after that, hopefully the 4th land. A Ledger Shredder. Regular Dimir Control, perhaps. Garruk's Uprising is lovely stuff. If we really get that 4th land, it is going to be splendid. Beautiful. Oh, Grixis. Or Dimir Phoenix. I've seen that before. Well, oh my goodness, there we go. Good. Well, Phoenix is around, if it's Izzet or if it's Dimir, blue and black. Yeah. 2, 1, 2, 6. We get Galta Stampede next turn, they die. With that forest. 2 from Hulking Raptor, the 1 forest and Stomping Ground plus Castle is 6. We're left with Cavern of Souls and the forest that I'd play, 8. Galta Stampede Tyrant, and they can't counter it. And we got Planie's Hatcher. Ooh. Oh, it's lovely stuff. If they don't take it out, that's okay. I'm fine seeing them pay 4 to destroy a creature. It certainly means they're not getting the Arclight Phoenixes out of the graveyard. They dodged a bullet. Whew. Maybe 8 Galtas. We'll see at some point. That'd be pretty cool. Do I want Hulking Raptor or do I like Palani's Hatcher? I say we just go with Hulking Raptor. Let's increase the chances or the possibility of getting the new queen down next turn. If they don't kill Hulking Raptor, they die. They just die. I could have played one Tyrannix Rex, or I could have everything. How good is that? That's pretty scary. We're not doing anything completely busted. We're just straight up having a bunch of mana, playing a bunch of things, and everything can attack because 4 Palani's Hatcher, 4 Regis or Alpha, boom, you're dead. That's what you want. Big plays. People say it's too slow until they see this. You can't interact with the way that we get enough mana. You can, taking out Hulking Raptor, but most of it is tied to a land, like many of you know. What you gonna do? Okay, you're dead. Good stuff. Alright, make sure we got a green for that, and can't counter it. Ooh. Look at all that. Lovely. Man.
Ruthless aggression.
Look how... Oh! Ooh. That's gone past ruthless aggression and soaring into the stratosphere of war crimes, dinosaur war crimes against Dimir Phoenix. What's anybody? Name a deck that's going to do something against that. Yes, I believe so. And that is a very good point. I have to go into full control or go into the settings. I can order the triggers, at least with Galta, before I put everything out. I could get that extra draw from Galta off of Garruk's Uprising. I might draw one more thing that enters. Would be worth it. But yes, you either have to go into full control or something in the settings. Manually order triggers when they happen. Of course, we'd have Garruk's Uprising, the trigger happen before Galta Stampede Tyrant, just to increase the chances that we draw another thing that Galta now puts onto the battlefield. That is that is a good point. And look, we play this stuff, we refill everything, not that we need to, but that packs a punch. Ooh. Yeah. There's it's a check mark, I believe. I was meaning to do that actually before I started Rodrigo. We'll figure it out. It doesn't come into effect too much for most people, but certainly in that instance it would be definitely better to do that. Scavenger Grounds, yep. Pit of Offerings, yeah. Tranquil Throwback. You know what? I'm going to leave Pit of Offerings out. Like I was saying, I might not have it at all. I would think Tranquil Throwback, 4 of these, and 4 Scavenger Grounds has to be enough to get the job done. Yeah, we'll trim some Restless Ridgeline. All the Restless Ridgeline? Yeah, I can do that. Let's go with that. As the scav... Oh, I didn't lock it in. I had such a good time talking that... Okay, it's been a while since I've done that. Well, we got him pretty good in the first game. Let's hope we do it again. That hand would not be it. That is it. That's it. The keeper, if I've ever seen one. Kind of tempted to keep Regis or Alpha, but we'll keep the Hulking Raptor. We'll keep the super duper supercharged potential of as much mana as possible. Yeah. Scavenger Grounds, good stuff. Maybe no. Oh. Well, they're probably getting rid of Hulking. Oh, Sylvan's Crying. All right. Not too bad. We'll still get there eventually. Restless Ridgeline for sure. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, Sunken Citadel, red. I've learned my lesson. So with Restless Ridgeline, you need at least red and a green. If I have one Sunken Citadel that is green and one that is red, I can tap both of those for 4 mana. The 4 mana that I need to make Restless Ridgeline a creature. That's pretty good. 2 lands, this becomes a creature. That's pretty sweet. Usually I would have the second Sunken Citadel enter as green, and then it's less efficient that way for making Restless Ridgeline a creature. But yeah, keep an eye on that. Don't get caught out like I did. Next turn, Tyrannix Rex. They have 1 Phoenix in the graveyard, but I'm not too worried about their aggression. I would hope that mine is a little bit better. We'll see. We'll see what they counter, if they can counter anything. Thoughtseize is pretty painful stuff. Hopefully they don't have another one. Ooh, and another Phoenix. That's going to be rough. They're getting rid of Tyrannix Rex 100%. Absolutely. There's no chance Tyrannix Rex is staying. don't think. Trinix Rex has to be going. Huh. Maybe not. Okay. I was almost feeling pretty good. He did the math. It's nice. Some don't do the math. They're like, oh, the opponent has 4 lands plus another one. They're going to go Regis or Alpha, but they know what's up. But if I get Galta Stampede Tyrant, they die. That's pretty cool. We know for a fact they could be dead if I got a certain thing. That is not the case, though. Yeah, Regis or Alpha. I was almost thinking of Restless Ridgeline, but nah, we can't get him here. Too much aggression, too many lands, unfortunately. Yeah, there could have been a reasonable chance to see Galta Stampede Tyrant, but hey, let's get the sideboarding done. Sylvan Scrying, maybe get rid of it. Trim Wayward Swordtooth. We'll have that as the switch for Tranquil Throwback and no Restless Ridgeline. Alright, so we got 8 things. All 8 things get rid of a graveyard entirely. Half of that at instant speed, the other at sorcery speed. There you go. Done. Scavenger Grounds, Castle Garenbrig. I like it. Oh, Thought Sees Away, Galta Stampede Tyrant. Oh no. Oh, I feel so bad. That's the only copy I have in my deck. Trinix Rex extra good. That's a pretty decent replacement. Now we got Scavenger Grounds if and when we need it. They don't have a Phoenix yet, so maybe they're just going to be a little bit too slow here. We'll get it down. We'll hope we don't have to pop it. At least have it stick around until I can get Carnage Tyrant. But now we don't have to worry about any Arclight Phoenix at all. This is Dimir. They can't hard cast Arclight Phoenix. They don't have sources of red. That is lovely stuff. The only way Arclight Phoenix enters the battlefield is from the graveyard, and that's not happening with Scavenger Grounds. Ooh, I like a Regis or Alpha. Yeah, I think we're probably okay. Oh boy. Well, I could counter Regis or Alpha, so we won't bother. If I had Cavern of Souls, I would have gone with Regis or Alpha, but yeah, we won't do that. We'll just set up for Trinix Rex next turn. Hopefully they don't make me... Ooh. Don't make me count her. They could make me sacrifice it. Again, they don't have a Phoenix in the graveyard. I'm not too worried about not having Scavenger Grounds. Their aggression isn't too scary. They might just die from this. Alright.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Don't even need the graveyard hate. But that one extra painful. Regular is it Phoenix, blue and red. If they see you have graveyard hate, they just wait sometimes until they have 4 mana. They play the Phoenix straight from their hand, and then they got it out, flying, hasty aggression, and they get the job done that way. But this way, Dimir, no red whatsoever. Extra good for the graveyard hate. Ooh. Good. Lazuria's Control, down. Dimir Phoenix, down. Hopefully that's a trend that continues. I think that's probably the case. But yeah, tweak the sideboard a little bit. Trim Pit of Offerings, one Tranquil Frillback, maybe 3 or 4 copies of some Sweeper, instant speed interaction. I'm thinking Sweeper is probably the best thing, whatever it is, red based, colorless based, something other than Blast Zone, which is not really a sweeper but can take out things at instant speed, multiple things. Violence is the hate. Yeah, it is, Rodrigo, absolutely. Maybe I'm finally facing a dinosaur mirror match. They got the Gishath avatar. I still have not faced another dinosaur player yet in Explorer. It's got to happen at some point. Violence is the hate. That's all the hate you need. Who's going to deal with what I do? Not too many people. Well, I was hoping for 2 lands. Still not. I do like Castle Garenbrig. One more mulligan. Nope. It's okay. It's okay. We could make it work, hopefully. Oh, I was thinking of risking that second hand there that I saw. I thought maybe I could make it work. We're on the draw. Pretty good chance to see maybe that second land. Sylvan Scrying getting the third. Okay, so it's not Dinosaurs. Naya Midrange or Naya Control. Probably Midrange with the creatures. Pretty cool. Or Naya Adventures, maybe. Hopefully Hawking Raptor is safe. I think it probably would be. Huh. Ooh, that's painful. You can't win every game. Certainly rough stuff. You can't mulligan forever as well. Hey, even if I had 27, 28 lands, there's still a chance I could see none in particular variations of hands, or one. Don't feel too bad. Well, I'll play Wayward Swordtooth just to play it. Show him who's boss. Yeah, that's not going to do it. 8. Well, they certainly got us here. A stomp from a Bone Crusher would be exactly enough. They can probably deal some sort of damage to us. I mean, we're not saving ourselves. There you go. Ooh. It doesn't come together. It doesn't matter what you play. It may not be your day. Don't want to do anything specific. Blast Zone, popping that to take out Chandra's. If we get the Blast Zone up to 4 charge counters, that could be pretty good. Taking out Chandra, Wandering Emperor. If we get it to 3, we take out Reflection and Bone Crusher. Interesting. I think Blast Zone could be pretty good. Getting it to 3 or 4, take out a couple very scary threats. Very nice indeed. Restless Ridgeline. I don't like the thought of Restless Ridgeline. Blast Zone it is. We saw March of Otherworldly Light. I saw it in their graveyard. If we make Restless Ridgeline a creature, March of Otherworldly Light can take it out for a single white because it doesn't have a mana value, so they don't have to pay anything for X. That's not good. And that hand is not good. That's a lot better. Way better. That might do it. We know they don't have counter spells. They're not in blue. So, Wayward Swordtooth should enter pretty safely. Yeah, that'll do it. Now the question becomes, I'll send Galta to the bottom. Play it safe. Absolutely. But this is a lovely thing. We got Sunken to start. Blast Zone. as our second land. We get to put 1 charge counter on it with the 2 mana from Sunken, where otherwise we would be waiting. Sylvan Scrying, don't exactly need it. I got 2 more lands. Let's put a charge counter on now. That is extra good. Lovely use of Sunken Citadel there. Okay, bunch of tokens, not too bad. Cavern, for sure, with Wayward. Hopefully we get the 5th land next turn. Be able to just straight up go with Regis or Alpha. If we get Galta Stampede Tyrant, I'll probably set up and go with Sylvan Scrying. Ooh, okay. I like Regis or Alpha, I must admit. Yeah, let's do it. Use up all available mana for the turn. Play the other Regis or Alpha, be at 10 permanents, I hope. I could certainly take one of them out. I guess Naya Adventures is what this is. I'll take 5. I want to get to 10 permanents for Wayward Sawtooth there. Sylvan Scrying plus Hulking Raptor, actually, that would do it. Nah, we'll just go with Regis or Alpha. Nah, we'll wait and see what they do. Get the Blast Zone to 3, pop it to take out the Lovestruck Beasts. Would be pretty devastating. We'd only lose Wayward Sawtooth, and that's fine by me. Oh, but Garruk's Uprising. That's what I want. Look at that. I'm using 3 of the mana. I'm left with Sunken and Blast Zone. We still get to put a charge counter. Oh, and Galta Stampede Tyrant. Ooh. Do I have enough to play her? So, no. We're Sylvan Scrying, that's what we're doing. They don't have sweepers. They have lots of creatures, so you know we're probably safe. We should be. Another Sunken Citadel. Let's make that Castle Garenbrig as efficient as humanly possible. Alrighty. It's about to get very bad. I think they do have a sweeper. I'm pretty sure they do. Well, we'll take out as much as humanly possible. All of the Lovestruck Beasts. I smell something's in the air. Gotta be. That's okay. Ooh, okay. I figured they had something up their sleeve. We still might get the job done. Can't go Hulking Raptor Gut now. Now we're just drawing a bunch of cards. That's what we're doing. We're drawing 2. I like it. That's all right. Again, I got to order the triggers. Let me see if I can do it here. Auto order triggered abilities. Okay, hey, there's a learning experience right there. I'll make this a chapter if you're watching it later on. Don't concede. Don't get lost. That is kind of rough. I mean, we're not dead yet. Depending on what we draw, it could be pretty good. Good-ish. All right, we'll just do another one. As DJ Khaled says. Some big. Oh, Palanese Hatcher. There you go. Draw, draw, draw. Get the. Oh boy. I like it. Now. Make Galt bigger. Yeah, I like that. Everything has trample. They might not be able to stop what's about to happen. That's bigger, yeah. 6. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay. Oh! That was out of nowhere. All thanks to Garruk's Uprising. All thanks to you, Rodrigo, for reminding me to do that reordering. That would not have happened. I would not have drawn Palanese Hatcher. That would have happened after Galta's Stampede Tyrant. Lovely, lovely. I'm just pleasantly surprised and happy that I got to showcase why that specifically is good. Turning off auto order triggers down to 2. Whew. How much damage was that? Those tokens that don't normally have trample. Extra good that they do. Wow. Wow. Well, we'll keep it the same. Violence is the hate. I should make that a slogan. Nah. Ooh. Wow, very good, very good. Kind of like that. The games have been stunning, Parker. It doesn't matter if I win at 1 life or 20. Yes, Rodrigo. But Parker, you're in for a real treat if you're just joining now. Splendid, stunning, beautiful so far. This hand, not so much. We don't have 2 for turn 2 because both of these lands, whatever order, I wouldn't have 2 available for Sylvan Scrying. That is what I want. Tranix Rex, it's got to be. Again, the Sunken Citadel, charging Blast Zone, or starting to. Yeah, Parker, better than I could have even hoped for. I'm getting there, with this variation at least. Not too bad. We know we'll be staring at 6 green on turn 4. We don't have a Carnage turn, but hey, keep cranking that Blast Zone. Extra efficient, extra lovely. We would have just been putting the second charge counter on, but now we're at 3. A crucial turn ahead. If they play any other stuff for 3, we pop it, dead, done. You're not doing much. Hulking Raptor, if they don't take it out, they might be dead next turn. Get Lost certainly could be a very real possibility. For 2, they have enough for the ward 2, but it might just delay the inevitable. I can make 6 currently. In 2 turns, I'll be making 8 for Galta Containment Priest. Ah, that does tend to do the trick. Okay. Well, I'll block the Containment Priest and we'll see what happens. Okay, I see. I figured they had something up their sleeve. I was playing Palanese Hatcher anyways. I'm not gonna... Well, Containment Priest shuts off Galta Stampede Tyrant's ability, sadly. And that is pretty good. We'll take the Wandering Emperor down to 4. I like it. Crank the Blast Zone maybe up a bit, or just get the second Blast Zone the 2 charge counter, so we can take out the Containment Priest and then Galta Stampede Tyrants enter the battlefield stuff. Ooh, I don't really like that. I don't want to go down to 5. Nah, I'd rather have the other 3/3. Cracking that egg, I hope. Hopefully they don't kill Palani's Hatcher. Quintorius Candace, well, it's not Discover combo, but... Okay. Or we just play Galta Stampede Tyrant and bash him in. Huh. Do we got any way out of this sticky situation? Alright. All the stuff blocks. If we attacked with everything, they go down to 6. Palani's token that. Bone Crusher Giant would finish us off next turn. So, we can't kill him. Who do we need to kill? Is it the Wandering Emperor? Probably. Make sure that goes. I like it. And hopefully we're safe. I guess that tends to do it. Quintorius Cans, very, very good stuff. Ooh. Haven't seen that particular spin, variation on Naya. It got the job done. Lovely. Quintorius Can, perfect pairing with adventure stuff. You're playing a creature from exile. You're doing 2 damage to us, and they're gaining 2 life. Tons of value. You can make a 3/2 every single turn at a minimum, or discover 4. That was nice. I like that deck. Good. Nice to see different stuff, I must say. It's quite a bit different. After getting into Diamond, you might not think that's the case, but I guess once people get there, they try a little bit harder. They want to get to Mythic, I would imagine. Diamond is harder than Mythic, unless you're maybe right at the top. You're in numbered Mythic, the hundreds, something like that. But just regular Mythic, you're 85%, 90%. It's not as hard as Diamond or High Diamond. Ugh. One land. What we got there? Eventually, send the forest to the bottom, keep as many forests as possible in the library if they have something that destroys lands. And a Wayward. That's how it has to be. And we could draw a bunch of stuff, play a bunch of things. Still might work out. We got a Sunken Citadel. We just need that Castle Garenbrig. Not too worried about Rakdos Sacrifice. Definitely Wayward Swordtooth next turn. Now that I have 4 lands, I know I'm going to be getting another one entering the battlefield, an extra one. I would imagine they're going to steal Wayward Swordtooth with you-know-what, unfortunately. Claim the Firstborn is probably coming in hot. But they can't attack with Wayward. They don't have 10 permanents. So at the very least, I'm not going to be taking an extra 5. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're just checking that I couldn't block with Wayward. Hopefully it lives. Good, it lives. Or Fatal Push. Ooh, oh no, not the Garruk's Uprising. Don't do it. It's Garruk's Uprising. Definitely. Okay. I like that. That is good. Hey, so we got a replacement. Basically the same thing, quite similar with Regisaur Alpha. And we got the land. There we go. Regisaur Alpha next turn. Draw a card from Regisaur. pretty good position. 5, 6, 7. We could potentially have 10 permanents. If Wayward sticks around, if I draw a land. Oh boy, no fatal push. Ooh, ooh, beautiful. Guess it doesn't really matter at this point. It's not Galta Stampede Tyrant, but yeah, I'll leave the order triggers off. I'll do it every time. I don't want to go back and forth. It doesn't make sense to do that. Toggling it. I think we should be pretty good. We just go kind of wide. Everything has trample. We don't have to worry about dinky little creatures. Now finally something's fatal pushed. It's not. I always assume that if they sacrifice the treasure. Okay, just a Jengatha. Well, that's alright by me. Yeah, another Regis or Alpha. Use up all available mana that I have. Get to 10 permanents. Draw some stuff. Oh, Restless Ridgeline to boot. Well, I'm certainly not attacking. We'll attack with Wayward Swordtooth. Chip away. Maybe. Or we draw out that we draw out the fatal push. There you go. Okay. We still got plenty of bodies. We should be safe. Hopefully. Jengatha can tap for 5 mana though. That's a lot. Oh, fortunately they don't have a Mayhem Devil. We're in a pretty nice position. Also with the Castle Garenbrig now. Extra good. Make as much mana as possible. Barf a lot. Ooh, this is beautiful. We have enough for Hulking Raptor. We have enough for a few things. Possibly still another Wayward if we draw it off of this. Well, we don't have enough for Carnage Turn, but hey, is that enough to kill him? 10, 16, 24. 24. Yeah, enough blocks that they won't have stuff left. They wouldn't have enough creatures to have lethal next turn for us anyways. Garruk's is the thing. Look, we're not even doing Galta Stampede Tyrant. We're just playing a bunch of things. Everything trample. Doesn't matter how dinky it is. A lot of damage goes through. Extra nice with Hulking Raptor there. Math is for blockers. Yeah. Alright. There you go. But again, we got very, very fortunate there. No Cauldron Familiar. No Mayhem Devil, just chipping away. If they get that little combo online, as many of you know or you've done, it's rough. Cauldron Familiar entering, we lose a life. When it's sacrificed, Mayhem Devil pings us. When they sacrifice the food to gain it back, it pings us. It is, it's a pretty fast clock. Very, very rough stuff. However, Blast Zone enters with a charge counter. We could pop it right away. We take out all non-land permanents with a mana value of 1. This is actually pretty darn good against Sacrifice, Rakdos Sacrifice. You take out the ovens, you stop those shenanigans from happening. You could have Graveyard Hate, absolutely, but they would just respond to you doing your thing by sacrificing the food to get the cat back. So I don't like Graveyard Hate. Just take out the ovens and you should be okay. Hopefully. Restless Ridgeline, I'm gonna trim that. I think I'll default to it if I'm bringing in a play set of some sort of land. Trim Restless Ridgeline as the space, and we'll call it good. Certainly Fatal Push, easily taking out Restless Ridgeline. When we make it a creature, it doesn't have a mana value, so they only have to pay 1 black, and I'm keeping this. Look, 1 more land, and we got 6 green for Carnage Tart. Good enough for me. Okay, well, that's a little rough. A wee bit painful. No Cauldron Familiar. Oh. Maybe I jinxed my... Oh. Okay. They do a Mayhem Devil next turn. We may be dead. Hopefully it's not a Mayhem Devil. Nuts. If I get a Blast Zone, I could pop it right away next turn, taking out the ovens. That might be my best bet. Oh, okay, no Mayhem Devil. Phew, we're safe. A little bit. Garruk's Uprising it is. If we play anything, it would hopefully be Carnage Tart next turn, but if it's not the case, we'll play Wayward, draw a card. Maybe we draw the 4th land we're looking for. Hopefully it's a land that enters the battlefield untapped. Another Castle Garenbrig. Lovely. Get this. And hopefully it's soon. No Mayhem Devil. Oh, good. We might be getting by the skin of our teeth here. Still, no 4th land. Ooh, 12 down. 3 lands. A 5th of the deck. So a little unfortunate, but hey, it gets unfortunate for everybody at some point if you play long enough. That's alright. As long as you love whatever you are playing. Unless it is for a quest, I guess. Maybe you don't play a specific color and you just have to grind through playing 40 black spells or whatever it is. I kind of like another Garruk's Uprising. Whatever I do, whether it's one Wayward or Garruk's, I draw a card. We're basically dead anyways, but hey, I'll just do this to draw extra whenever I play something, if I'm not completely dead. 2 down to 5, 4. Yeah, we're not living through that. They do their cycle. They take us down to 5. Hive of the Eye Tyrant, it takes us down to 2, and it'd be another cycle after they untap with the cat. And yeah, no, that's not happening. Okay. I can almost see Trim and Wayward. Maybe Sylvan Scrying. Just upping the lands a bit. Maybe a little bit of Graveyard Hate, but mostly Tranquil Frillback. Nah, I think we'll get him. I'll just hope to see the Blast Zone. It'll be a blast. Pop it. Get rid of the ovens. It certainly would have helped us out immensely. Bought us quite a bit of time. I kind of like it. Bunch of lands for Castle Garenbrig. You know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I don't feel super good about it, but it could be all right. A Thoughtseize. Well, it's not a Cauldron Familiar, and it's not a Witch's Oven. We don't have Garruk's Uprising, Sylvan Scrying, anything for 3 or less, so that's safe. Hopefully we're going to draw one of those. Blast Zone, extra good. Again, we're going to pop it for 1, so it's not like we have to play it now and get a second charge counter on it. We're almost guaranteed to be popping it for 1, and it starts out with 1, so anytime we drop it, we pop it. That's looking pretty good. We got Carnage next turn. You can't steal it. A very, very heavy hand, Rodrigo. Absolutely. Oh, look at that. Oh, look. When you don't play anything early, that's like a dead card. It's a pretty good feeling when that just sits there. Good. There's the Mayhem Devil. Fortunately, they don't have the cat and whatnot. But a Carnage Tyrant next turn, I hope, is good enough to scare him. I would think it scares him. However, Blast Zone. Oh no, it has to be Stomping Ground. What am I thinking? We need 2 green for Castle Garenbrig's ability. I almost goofed up there. Whew. I missed it. If I played Blast Zone, I would have had only 1 green from Rockfall Vale. Cavern, it's not a green. I wouldn't have been able to make 6. I still would have been able to go with Palani's Hatcher. We still might die. Depending. They got a treasure and digging for the oven or the cat or something. But we got hope. They're probably not attacking with anybody. That's a positive. Good. We made 6. This turn we make 7. Next turn we make 8. Galta, Palani's, boom. Would they kill me next turn? Possibly if I attacked with Carnage Tyrant. We don't need to do that. We're going to be dropping a lot of power as long as they don't have Thoughtseize. Might as well hold them back. We would have enough trample damage to just smoke them. Keep 2 blockers. Play it as safe as possible. Oh, they got us. I think they got us. They probably do. If they just barely get us within range. They see the Carnage Tyrant, so it's not too bad. If they attacked with everything, we'd take them down to 5. Galta Stampede. Okay, well, maybe not. Huh. Oh.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
You won! You did it!
If you're going to put stuff from your hand onto the battlefield, make it a lot of big stuff. Have just all big stuff. Yeah, ruthless aggression.
Ruthless!
What you going to do about that? Everything hasty. Boom, boom, boom. Don't have lots of small stuff. Have all big stuff. Dead. Gotcha. Oh, darn. Well, maybe not. Well, they have enough to take out Palani's Hatcher. Okay. That's good. Yeah. We might still be dead. Dead-ish. That Tyrannox Rex and the Carnage Tyrant still attack anyways, but we're okay, I think. (14 plus 8, 22). Enough stuff has to block. One of the Mayhem Devils has to block. I think. Let me think. 22. One Mayhem Devil plus something else. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's close. Would be nice to have maybe some legendary creature that gives all your creatures haste, I must say. A little bit extra redundancy in scenarios like that. They have to have at least 4 damage to stop them from dying. Good. Okay, take out Carnage Tyrant. I'm okay with that. Maybe the 2 Mayhem Devils take out the other Carnage? Something. Okay. Okay, that's all right. We still could quite easily be dead. The reflection of Kiki Jiki. Copying a Mayhem Devil. I'm pretty sure we're still dead. Yeah. Have to be as aggressive as possible once they get the things going. It's, well, it's not a pretty sight. No siree. They must have us. Oh, we got 3 blockers. Copy the Mayhem Devil. Go off that way and... well, we're done for. Nuts. Kind of forgot about the Mayhem Devil's popping things, and also it is a little bit... unfortunate. I have to... well, I don't have to sacrifice an egg with Palani's Hatcher. I'm not sure. Sacrifice an egg. So it's not a May. So we do have to sacrifice an egg, which gets the 1 damage from Mayhem Devil. Rough. It is. It is known stranger. Yeah. Yeah. It could have been dragons or something nasty like that. Okay. That's got to be it. They'll sacrifice the treasures, the blood token, all of that painful stuff. I'm certain that's it. Yeah, 6. Oh, 100% that's it. And we'll let them do their thing. They earned it. Hey, that's alright. Hopefully I face dragons. They do have pretty good support in Explorer. I definitely think they have enough, but hey, Mayhem Devil is... that's a good thing. Even if I had taken out Witch's Oven, they still probably would have had enough things to sacrifice with the treasures and the blood token and all of that. Maybe cranking Blast Zone up to 3 to take out the Mayhem Devil and Reflection of Kiki Jiki would have been quite nice indeed. Not quite. But the Dynamite is right. Sprinkle in some sort of sweeper other than Blast Zone, but still, that Sunken Citadel turn 1, getting a charge counter on Blast Zone turn 2, I like it. Extra fast. Huh. Right, at least one more match here tonight. It's Saturday. It is Rodrigo. Whew. If you see the Mayhem Devil, you take it out. But keep in mind, Rakdos Sacrifice, Blast Zone, or something that maybe you name a specific mana value. If you can name 3 or 1, very devastating. Naming 3, doing your thing, taking out all the Mayhem Devils and all the reflection of Kiki Jikis. That should buy you enough time, I hope. That might do it. Sylvan Scrying. We know we'll see the 3rd land for Wayward. Good enough for me. We'll see if we draw land. I might have to grab something that enters untapped. Yeah, I can't grab Sunken Citadel, unfortunately. Gotta be... Cavern of Souls. Alright. But hopefully we draw another land, so we get to play an extra one with Wayward. Hopefully we're fast enough against Mono Red, Aggro, Burn. It's not the fastest deck in the world, and you have to lose to something maybe at least game 1, until you bring in your sideboard hate if you have it against a specific deck. I don't think this is definitely going to be fast enough though. We had some good ones, not so good. You can't win them all unless you curate it and maybe make it seem like it's better than it is. Nothing is 100% win rate. You just get a lucky streak, and if you hover at like 60%, even if you have 56, something like that, that's also pretty good. But you wouldn't really realize it if you didn't play too many matches. You would have to play a massive sample size with one specific list, say 1,000 matches. Yeah, 1,000 matches to see the big difference of something that has a 54% win rate. Ooh. Red is too fast. Usually it's too fast. It tends to do the trick. Well, just the good old hulking raptor. At least we have a creature that could block the Soulscar Mage. Maybe we survive. I highly doubt that. Don't think there's any chance that's happening. But you never know. Rolling Vortex, that's good. 2 Rolling Vortexes, okay. Hey, it did what it had to do. And this is that mono red deck with Rolling Vortex and Ojer Axonil, which I mentioned probably about a week ago. The new legendary creature from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Your red sources deal damage equal to Ojer Axonil's power, or up to 4. So yeah, the red god, 100%. It is that deck. If Ojer Axonil was out, the Rolling Vortexes each would do 4 damage instead of 1 damage each. That is not a good thing. Yeah. Oh, people thought that was not good. I read some comments about it early on in the previews. They're like, that's not going to be that nice. It's pretty nice. Very devastating. A perfect fit. There are a lot of red things that do 1 damage. So Ojer Axonil being out just makes it better. Chandra, +1 to add 1 red and deal 4 damage to a player. Whew. How good is that? That's like stunning. Kumano, after you have Ojer Axonil out, boom, 1 red, 4 damage to a player. Whew. Whew. Not a pretty sight. Not at all. But Tranquil Throwback, gain some life. Seems to make sense. Trim some of the biggest stuff. Everything has trample with Garruk's Uprising. Blast Zone, I think I like that instead. Cavern of Souls, we'll trim that. No, they don't have counter spells, so seems pretty straightforward right there to make space instead of taking out Restless Ridgeline. All right. Well, we know it's going to be rough either way, whatever hand we have. I would like to have maybe seen a Wayward Swordtooth. I don't want to. I like that. That's better. Send a Planie's Hatcher to the bottom. That should be good. I like seeing the Blast Zone. Crank it a little bit. Or just pop it for 1 to take out Soulscar Mage. Kumano faces Kakazan. Those are all permanents for 1. Sylvan Scrying, we get the 4th land, so we play an extra 1 with Wayward. Unless I want to do... we'll go Wayward. Definitely if I draw a 5th land. We know we're going to be super duper accelerating. Seeing that Soulscar Mage, a little bit rough, but like I mentioned, Soulscar, Kumano, pop the Blast Zone, and we're in heaven. So let's do it. Should be good. I think so. They haven't been super duper crazy yet. We might have enough time. Maybe Palani's Hatcher next turn. Possibly Garruk's. They don't have to be worried about Wayward Swordtooth right now. Maybe they expend some resources to take it out. I'd certainly be happy with that. Doesn't seem to be the case though. Okay. Kind of think we have to pop the blast zone. We save ourselves from taking 5 because the Soulscar Mage will get pumped when they cast an instant or sorcery. Let me think. Hulking Raptor, maybe. You know what? I'm going with Hulking Raptor. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got a nice creature to block. They're probably not paying the extra to target it. Hulking Raptor would trade with Etching of Kumano, maybe? Oh, there's the Ojer Axonil. Good stuff. We stop anybody from getting us, I think. They're not attacking with anybody this turn. Okay, okay. I like it. I like it. We got the time we needed, I think. Phew. I'm glad I listened to my gut there. Alright. Sunken Citadel, 100%. Castle Garenbrig, we can make quite a bit. 7 in total, but we'll go with Garruk's. We'll see what I draw. I draw 1 card now because I have a creature with enough power out, and then another Wayward. Draw land, draw land. Oh, we got Blast Zone. Yes, turning them on. Turning them on. There you go. Perfection. We're not attacking, that's for sure. We're at 8. That's a scary range. Okay, well, we're taking a minimum of 4 next turn. Hopefully they don't have 2. Okay. Well, that's how it goes. Hey. 1 red, 4 damage. It is a very scary deck. I'm actually surprised I haven't faced that particular version of mono red more, because like that's got to be the best way to do it, I think. My oh my. Absolutely devastating. Certainly, that's the guy to take out if you can. We would have saved ourselves, if we had taken it out, from taking 3, 2, save ourselves from taking 5 damage. We would have bought ourselves enough time if we could have taken him out before Play with Fire dealt that damage. Well, that was pretty good. Can't win them all. A lot of different stuff tonight, though. That is nice. It's still a nice spread, even after going into Diamond. Still different, but I'm just surprised it's not more popular than it is. I think it is splendid. Packs a punch. Hard to deal with. I love a deck that turns everything you were already using into just supercharged. All the spells, basically, whether it deals 2 damage, 1 damage, they're all dealing 4, and that's not a fun time. It wasn't fun to begin with, and well, it just got more painful. Well, that's good. Light control. Play a little bit slower. That's certainly what I want the opponent to be doing, and that's a hand I want to be keeping. 2 Sunken Citadels. Sylvan Scrying to grab Castle Garenbrig. Both of these, 4 mana for Castle. These 2, Castle is 6, 7, 8. Galta. Boom. That's about the most perfect hand I could possibly have hoped for. Hopefully it's a control deck like your Angels. Hopefully we're fast enough. We might not be. Well, if any hand is going to be fast enough, it's going to be this one. Especially with Wayward now. They got to be at 100% on point. Okay, yeah, that's rough. Oh, Galta Primal Hunger to boot. I mean, next turn, if we do this right, if we get a land that enters untapped, they may be dead. But also they could play the Angel and gain too much life. The 1. We might get them. Something untapped. You can do it. Come on. Oh boy. The dream is true. The dream might be true, Rodrigo. Do it. Oh. Yeah, there you go, folks. Dead. Get that Restless Ridgeline down. Attack him with everything. Lights out. Buddy. The dream is true. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Phew. Who needs to stop your Selesnya Angels opponent from gaining life when you just make them have negative? Lovely stuff. They don't have a lot of interaction. They do have Skyclave Apparition, 1 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, they can exile a non-land permanent with a mana value 4 or less. Other than that, though, they usually don't have anything that stops you. I think I was fast enough. I'm going to have to do the calculations there, but whew. That's very magical Christmas land, though. Don't expect that to happen all the time, but it's got to happen a little more consistently. You must admit, the Sylvan Scrying grabbing the extra part, like I was saying tonight. You see one half of either Castle or Sunken, you grab the other half and you're off to the races. Or you just grab the third land to make sure you have 3 for Garruk's or Wayward, and it seems to work out. Yeah, heaven. How's it going? Double Galta. You've loved the Queen as much as I've loved the Queen for years now. Perfect. Ruthless aggression.
Ruthless aggression.
I appreciate it, Known Stranger. I was scratching my head today. I wanted to increase the consistency. I'd been having Sylvan Scrying in the back of my mind for a while. I know it was good in Mono Green Tron and Modern, various other things, but then I just had the epiphany. The thing that I need to do is tied to 2 lands, having them paired together. And I want to see that pair consistently. That's how you do it. There are other things that search for any land, but they're more expensive than this. Okay, Angels, Blast Zone. We want Blast Zone. What? Cavern of Souls, trim that. Whew, okay, I think it was fast enough. We were down to 6 seconds. It is not every day. 100%. Hot cheese bread. If I had to choose, it would be a fresh loaf of cheese bread, extra old, white cheddar aged maybe 10 years, super crumbly, sprinkle it in. Oh, fresh cheese bread would be good. Maybe heaven. I don't like to say that yet. I don't have anything that can back it up. I don't have any results. Not a lot of people are playing it, so I kind of hold off on saying those things, but it's got to be a legitimate contender. It does good things. I don't think this hand would. Maybe if I had 3 lands, I knew it would get to Wayward. I probably would because I don't like that either. Okay, we'll get to something keepable eventually. It is, regardless. But hopefully more people start to play it, so it's an easier sell when I say, oh, this deck is so good, it can beat up lots of people. And then I get, a few downvotes on Reddit sometimes. People just don't know a lot about what maybe they could do, all the different variations, and certainly this variation. And they brush it off, understandably so, because they haven't ever really been a thing. That's alright. Maybe Collected Company coming up. At least I got the 4th land. I got Hulking Raptor. We got Sunken Citadel. Toss in a Castle Garenbrig there and we may be dead. Ouch. There's that Skyclave Apparition. Like I was mentioning, it's going to exile Garruk's Uprising, sadly. I'll try playing Hulking Raptor. We'll see what happens. You never know. Yeah, dinos are in Yu-Gi-Oh! I should look into that. I've been meaning to, actually. It was pretty cool to learn that it was a possibility. Huh. Yeah, they only play what performs for good reason. Chances are, if it's not in a tournament, it's probably doesn't have legs, but dinosaurs have legs. They have teeth, they have claws, and they have ruthless aggression. Yeah, they did the angel thing. Yeah. It's very rare to find something that hasn't existed and it just pops into the sphere of tournament play or higher level play. Very rare. A low chance of that happening. But also something could just be so good. A person has so much experience with it and with all the matches that adds to it, and then they get a good result, but maybe other people don't because perhaps they haven't practiced it too much. This is pretty straightforward though. You get your lands and you get a lot of mana and you play your stuff. Pretty self-explanatory there. Make as much mana as you can and get them. Maybe I'll look into... Oh, there's so many games though. And I keep finding myself having... That is a good point. If I play another game, I do here and there. But while I'm playing it, I'm thinking to myself, oh, I could be playing Magic the Gathering Dinos. That would be pretty good. I could have grinded the ladder a little bit more, sort of thing. I do love this hand though. We got Blast Zone. Maybe I can crank it to 3 charge counters. Hopefully. Pop this to take out some of those key angels that have a mana value of 3, and maybe that would work out. That'd be nice. At least we got that Garruk's Uprising. I'll go with that. Hulking Raptor next turn would be good, but at least we get a start putting a charge counter on Blast Zone. It probably too little too late with that Collected Company though. Absolutely, I love that I've done this one thing so much basically all the time. That will lock it up though. But because I've done one thing so much, I want to continue doing one thing so much. Because it's cool, it's fun to me, enjoyable, it's something I can be proud of. Now, you can't win them all. Hey, that was a pretty good start tonight though. My oh my. I'll sprinkle in other games here and there when I get to do this more often. That's always the goal, always the plan. You know, the morning something, maybe that isn't Magic the Gathering, or probably just Magic the Gathering. Do a morning stream, nighttime stream. I did a Good Morning Dino a long time ago, actually. Heaven, I'm pretty sure you saw it. I might have done it a couple times, very sporadically. All right, I'll leave it there. We learned today, that counts, absolutely. What would I change? A couple things in the sideboard. Otherwise, hey, lots of explosive damage. You know it can get there in a lot of cases against a lot of stuff. Lovely. Garruk's Uprising is a winner, I would say. That's staying in for me. Oh, I do appreciate it, Heaven. Hopefully all is well with you, Rodrigo, Known Stranger, quite a few people tonight. Parker, everybody else watching right now, later on. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your time zone, whenever it is, wherever it is. Hope you're having fun, doing whatever you're doing. Peace.